Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Ladies, hold on. Because we're not going to go there, y'all. Greet. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. We're going to get to that part. Real grown. Okay, Miss Grown, let's go ahead and continue without any interruptions. When it's time for you to go, I will go back to you, Miss Rowe. Yes. But for right now, please keep quiet.
I'm Judge Brian D. Woodard, and ma'am, you brought this case before me. Matter of fact, before I get started on anything, I see your both last names are Campbell.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. So what is your first name?
Kelly Campbell.
Kelly Campbell.
Yes.
And you, ma'am?
I'm Rochelle, but you can call me Ro.
Okay, Rowan and
Kelly.
Kelly, okay. Yes. Kelly Rowan, let me go there because if I forget it, because Rowan Kelly. All right, so let's get started. So go ahead and tell me about this.
My name is Kelly Campbell, the best project manager the city has to offer.
The courtroom falls silent as Judge Brian D. Woodard takes his seat. Two women's same last name, but clearly not on the same page face off in front of him. Kelly Campbell, confident and poised, introduces herself as the best project manager the city has to offer. But behind her polished words lies a family feud that's about to explode. Her cousin is here and the accusations are heavy. What started as a simple introduction is about to turn into a storm you won't believe. And trust me, it's only the beginning.
Project manager the city has to offer. I brought my cousin to court because she's attempting to want to get involved in her son's life all of a sudden. But her choices, they're poor. She has childish behavior, and she's not taking care of her responsibilities. Simple.
She's not taking care of her responsibilities. How does she have children with you or living with you or?
She has a son, 6 years old.
6 years old?
Yes.
Kelly wastes no time launching her accusations. Her cousin, she claims, suddenly wants to be involved in her own son's life, but has a history of poor choices and childish behavior. A 6-year-old boy, her nephew, is at the center of it all. Kelly says his mother isn't taking care of her responsibilities, and now the boy lives with her instead. But what exactly happened in that home? What could make family turn against family so fiercely? You're about to hear the shocking details.
She has a son, 6 years old.
6 years old?
Yes.
And so what makes her childish?
She's just...
Girl,
she
I'm
wanna be in
grown.
these streets. She's
Girl,
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. We're going to get to that
I'm
part.
real grown.
Okay, Miss Grown. One thing about it is grown people don't have to tell other grown people that they're grown. So just wait till I get to you, and then we're going to go ahead and get this train moving. But I'm going to get to you.
Yes, sir.
Miss Rowe. Yeah, R-O, really obvious. All right, let's go.
If you could change the R to a H. But the point, what I'm saying is...
We're not going there, but go ahead. I'm just going to go
apologize.
ahead and over like
Emotions
that.
are
I understand, but let's go ahead and get to business.
The tension spikes as Kelly tries to explain why her cousin is childish. The judge cuts in with a warning. Grown people don't need to tell other grown people that they're grown, he says, locking eyes with the defendant. It's a clear sign this case is already getting too personal. But the judge isn't here for insults. He wants facts. Still, with both women ready to fire back, it's clear keeping order today is going to be a battle, and the worst is still to come.
I understand, but let's go ahead and get to business.
She's childish because she chooses to mix up her priorities.
Okay.
It's not flying, Your Honor. Her child, you know it's about 105 degrees. She has no AC. She has a gym fan circulating in the home.
The window was cracked.
Hold on.
The window was cracked.
Ladies, let me go ahead and get something straight right here because I just wanted this to go smoothly. And I know how ladies are sometimes. Y'all like to talk and get your point across, and you're going to be heard. I promise you're going to be heard. But being heard this way is not going to fly. So let's go ahead and continue without any interruptions.
Kelly drops a bombshell. Her cousin left her in a home with no air conditioning, just a cracked window and a small fan, while temperatures soared to 105 degrees. She says the boy's well-being was never prioritized. But before the accusations can keep flying, the judge steps in, warning both women to control themselves. The air in the courtroom is almost as hot as the home in question. Could this really be the environment this child was living in? We're about to find out more.
Let's go ahead and continue without any interruptions. Ms. Rowe, when it's time for you to go, I will go back to you, Ms. Rowe.
Yes.
But for right now, please keep quiet. Can we do that? Let's get this show back on the road.
Thank you, because she's rude.
I didn't ask about what she is. I'm just asking you to go ahead and continue to tell me what you're going to do.
I stand corrected.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Let's go.
I apologize. As I mentioned, her 6-year-old is in very poor conditions. Circulating hot air with hot air is not going to fly. As I mentioned, the temperatures are high. She leaves a bowl of noodles.
Kelly pushes forward, describing how her cousin's son is forced to live in sweltering heat with nothing but a bowl of chicken-flavored noodles to eat. Capri Suns unrefrigerated are his drink of choice. She claims the boy, she says, is falling behind in school and basic skills. But then Kelly makes her boldest statement. Yet she wants full custody of the boy. And not only that, she wants child support. The courtroom stiffens. The judge knows this fight is about to turn ugly.
She leaves a bowl of noodles, chicken flavor, for her son, Capri Suns that aren't refrigerated. The child is so behind educationally, all he know how to do is whoa. It's just a lot going on. I don't like it, and I am going to be the provider for her child. And that's it, point blank.
Okay. And Ms. Campbell, what are you actually asking for before I go further into this?
Honestly, I want the full custody of her child, Caleb.
Okay.
And I would like her to pay me since she wants other men to pay her.
Kelly's voice hardens. She says she's ready to take full custody of Caleb, and she expects her cousin to pay her for it. The reason she wants other men to pay her so she can pay me. Kelly declares, but this isn't just about money. It's about who's truly fit to be a parent. The judge leans in ready to hear the other side. But when the defendant speaks, her version of events is so shocking you'll wonder if she's serious.
She wants other men to pay her, but that's what I'm asking.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there anything else you would like to tell me before I move on to Ms. Rose?
I want you to see that she's truly childish, lax.
I didn't ask for insults. I said, is there anything that you want to tell me?
I didn't know that was an insult. It's really factual. No, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, see, this is going to be a challenge. Whew, don't you know? Miss Rowe, let's go. Continue this show.
Thank you, Judge. Okay, so they keep saying I'm crazy, right?
Before moving to the defendant's story, the judge warns Kelly he wants facts, not insults, but the tension is still thick. Finally, the cousin gets her turn. She's been painted as irresponsible, but she's ready to defend herself. Her first words that everyone's been calling her crazy, and the reason she gives for leaving her son that night will have the entire courtroom in disbelief. Brace yourself for what she calls just a little date.
Thank you, Judge. Okay, so they keep saying I'm crazy, right? They took my baby from me and gave it to her because I had a little date. I spent the block. I left him at the house by himself.
You spent the what?
The block. We went to Perry's. Me and his, he was tall, dark, and handsome. But I was going to bring him a pork chop special back. So I went on this little date, left him at the house by himself. I gave him some noodles, a Capri Sun, and they call themselves saying, oh, you can't leave the baby at the house by himself. I'm like, look, he was good. It was just for like 2 hours. I was going to be right back, and I was going to bring him back.
Wait a minute, how long?
Like 2 hours. We
2
had
hours.
reservations, so we was going to get right in.
The cousin admits it. She went on a date, left her son behind for what she says was just 2 hours. Her plan to bring back a pork chop special for him. She insists the boy was fine with noodles and a Capri Sun. But the judge's face says that all this explanation isn't winning any sympathy. and as she continues, her reasoning takes a bizarre turn. One that will make you question if she truly understands the seriousness of this case.
Like 2 hours? We
2
had
hours.
reservations, so we gonna get right in.
So you made reservations and you left your child with her for just 2 hours. Was it just for that night,
It
or
was
it?
not 2 hours, Your Honor. It was 6
Okay.
hours
All right.
plus 2 bonus hours because
Okay.
she wanted to have a
All right,
rendezvous.
hold on one second. Okay, continue this. Yeah, this
Thank
is
you.
initial.
No
I really want to hear this one.
She think cause she got a pool.
Well,
in her
I ain't
backyard.
worried about that. Let's get to the facts.
Okay,
Go ahead.
sorry. So I spent the block, ran to the Berries with the fella. You know what I'm saying? He was fine. Okay. So look, I'm trying to get him a stepdad. I was gonna bring him back a pork chop special. Have you had one of them Perry's pork chops?
You trying to get a
It's like
stepdaddy?
When impressed, the cousin reveals the truth. She wasn't just out for dinner. She was, in her own words, trying to get him a stepdad. She says a pork chop might just seal the deal. The courtroom can hardly process what they're hearing. The judge, trying to keep a straight face, asks more questions. But instead of showing remorse, she seems more focused on defending her night out than explaining why her child was left behind. And the judge isn't letting this slide.
Have you had one of them Perry's pork chops?
You trying to get a
It's like
stepdaddy?
this,
Listen,
it's
you're trying to go and get a stepdaddy
for the
with
baby.
for a pork chop with a pork chop. Is
No,
that
I was gonna
how?
bring him the pork chop bag.
And so you expect him to be stepdaddy because you bringing the pork chop because you were bringing. I want him to be
I'm
my
bringing the
stepdaddy.
baby.
So maybe if I give him a pork chop, he gonna be my.
I'm bringing the baby back a pork chop.
Oh, the baby, you bringing the baby a pork
I
chop,
went on
not the
date.
man a pork chop.
No, the man was gonna buy the baby a pork chop.
Okay.
That's how I'm
Sodium.
taking care of him.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second, man.
So me and the man went out to dinner. I get back, they all, you're not supposed to leave your baby here, this and this and this. I'm like,
The cousin clarifies she wanted the man to buy the pork chop for her son. But by the time she returned, it was too late. Neighbors had noticed. The judge steps in, clearly disturbed. It's not just about a dinner date. It's about leaving a child alone in dangerous heat. And when she tries to defend herself again, the judge's patience begins to wear thin.